Bain is a management consulting firm, similar to McKinsey, Booz Allen, BCG, and we even had an ex-partner at Bain run for the president, which you may have heard about over the last few years, and I think he's thinking about running again. Senate, right, yeah, running for Senate. I've been with Bain for 33 years. So I've been there for quite a while. I've known Mitt. I've known Bill Bain, who unfortunately just passed away this week. So my main job is Global Records Manager for Bain Company. And I've been doing that pretty much most of my career. And I work a lot with the legal department within Bain. I've done a lot of the e-discovery, legal hold kind of work over the years. I developed retention plans and retention policies over the years. I've been subpoenaed. I've had to testify on behalf of the policies themselves that we have. So a few years ago, our deputy counsel asked me if I would be interested in helping the legal department at Bain with some technical projects, 5–10% of my time. I said, sure. Now it's about 50% of my time. I have a team in India that helps me with records management, but in Boston, I spend most of my time now working with the legal team. We've got about 19 lawyers worldwide, 28 or so total within the legal department. So one of my first projects was to help with a conflict ID check. Unlike law departments, our conflict check is more like reputational damage. We don't want to be working for competing clients where they may find out about each other. And I mean, our policies are that we can work for competitors, but we don't want to tip people off as to what types of questions we're asking. So that was my first project a couple of years ago, and then they said, "This was good, Chris. Can you look at a contract management system now?" We have an issue where we have consulting teams in 55 to 60 offices worldwide, and we may do an engagement for one client in one office. So we have one contract in the US, and we start working a new project in Europe, and whole new team, whole new partner, whole new project manager. They don't know what the terms were that we agreed to in the original contract. So they go out and they do their project. And if there was anything unusual about the regular terms, then they don't know about it. So we may have done something incorrect. So that was my first major project, was bringing in a tool to help us with that. So we've developed that. We now, instead of just a SharePoint site of contracts, we now have this in the system where we build in basically playbooks that say this is the unique functions or criteria that we've agreed to. Every time we start a new project for this case, we have to send the new team this list of instructions. So that was successful. We now use the same system for registration filings across, for our finance teams across geographic regions, so that everybody knows what time of year they have to file something. So the same system for that. The last year or so, we've started working on access letters, so using e-signatures. Bain does a lot of consulting work in the private equity space, so we have a lot of our clients work with banks in order to identify whether or not they can or want to loan a company some money to do a private equity deal. So they will look to the work that we did to analyze the situation, and they'll want to share it with a number of different banks. And we don't want them relying on our work, and so they have to sign letters, and so it was a real mess for our partners and for our attorneys to track and get all that together. So we're working on that through an internal project. We're using that, putting that together now, and then we're doing LawGeex. So I've been coming to LegalTech now for the last couple of years. primarily on the records management e-discovery side. Then it started to switch a little bit, and then I ran into LawGeex last year, and we're now piloting some work with them for a whole nother area for NDAs. And what we're doing there is basically using the tool and the team of people, which I think is unique in the industry from what we've looked at. So not only is capturing the 90 to 95% accuracy by artificial intelligence, but they have a team of lawyers that will review that and make sure that it's as close to 100% as we can get. But what they're doing is helping us triage the NDAs. So instead of all the NDAs coming into an attorney, we'll cycle it through, and they'll be able to give us a green, yellow, or red flag, and allow us to understand whether or not a lawyer really needs to take a look at it. If not, we just pass it through, we sign it, we're good. If it's yellow, perhaps a paralegal will be able to just make a couple of adjustments. If it's green, an attorney will need to look at it and get on the phone. So we're piloting that right now. But all these things have really come into play not because of volume, not necessarily because of lawyer burnout, because they're all still here, thankfully, and but we continue to grow. And what we look at as far as success is it saving our partnership time? Is it bringing in revenue faster to the firm? Is it really impacting Bain's business on a positive end? Not if it were just reducing attorney time, we wouldn't be bothering with technology. But we've turned it around, and we've really been able to make it impactful to our own partnership. So the 700-800 partners around are saving time. They're replying to clients or potential clients quicker. The clients that are using this access letter tool are also giving us positive feedback. So we're happy about that as well. And to us, that's what's driving it. It's, can we do the things correctly with our clients? Can we get it faster? Can we make more money? Can we get all that stuff? And then sort of just going forward, I'll be looking more back at conflict checks, looking at automated training for our staff, and looking more at records management products. Good.